Oh, you're on.
Oh, yeah.
My God.
He's going straight under that damn boat, man. Crank battery, let's test it. Pretty good. Right, that guy can do his thing. Alright, here we go. This is going to be my first attempt ever at making a fish mount. We've got the pike eel, the 1.25 metre pike eel head, which I'm going to have to boil, get all the meat out of, clean the skull up. I'm going to try and make a mount. I'll make a base out of sandstone or timber or something. Some nice glow resin. And yeah, see how we go. Alright, here we go. One delicious frozen pike eel head, soon to be a skull. I don't know how long it's supposed to cook for. We'll check it in about half an hour, see how it goes. Still looks vicious even though it's dead. It's going to look a bit nasty, but I need to see how this meat's coming off. Yeah, jaws are getting nice and exposed. Big teeth. I'd say we're getting pretty close now. Yeah. Just a tiny bit longer. This looks like a demon, doesn't it? Yeah. So a bunch of stuff I need. Soak the bones in. Some little brushes, toothbrushes, super glue, baking soda, hydrogen peroxide. Look how tiny these things are, man. I wonder how much water I need to mix with this stuff. Have to look it up again. A few thin, tiny strainers. That should be small enough to capture any teeth or any small bones off the fish. And that's about it. Need to clean this thing up. Alright, brush, strainer. Oh, it's a nasty looking fish. Look at that. Filthy looking animal. Down the strainer. See if we can peel a little bit of that meat off. Let's go take it down. Give it a nice rinse. Let's do it, baby. That is disgusting. It's good though, all that skin's come off real easy. I didn't boil it too much, so all the teeth have stayed intact so far. It's about to come off. Look at that, it's beautiful. So this is the top part of the skull now, the snout. Just want to get that bit of spine out of the way, out of the back, make it go. So that, when I glue it back together, this will go on this side to join. I'll get these bones out of the way because the dog's going to want to eat all this. There's nothing for you. Come on, get out of the way. You can smell it, can't you? Huh? Look at it all over it. Quickly, sap running over this thing. A bit of gristle on the end of that snout now. The pike eel, instead of having two jaws on top, it's a single saw. Remember, this thing was 1.25 metres long. These have also got like very tiny serrations. So back onto the bottom jaw now. Just want to get any of that lip membrane off around the bottom of the jaw. It's sliding off nice and easy. So lastly, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to get a toothpick. And we're going to just try and get anything that's stuck left in between the end of these nasty spiky teeth. Clean, like really clean. There's just a little bit of this stuff here. Another thing I'm going to do is there's a bit of a cavity in the back of the brain here. Probably is it the brain? Going to give that a good flushing out too. Alright, so in the end we're left with 4 major bones making up the skull. You've got the singular, that's crazy, I don't know what you call it, just a singular pointed skull, centre tooth, and then you've got the V-shaped bottom jaw. And slots together like that, real evil looking. I'll do something like that when it's joined together. And all I've got is 2, I don't know which one's which at the moment, just 2 side joints of bone that in between the eyes and the nostril. Yeah, I guess it goes somewhere there because the serrated teeth are up this side. We'll let that dry out and I'll probably look at sticking this thing together tomorrow. What a crazy animal. Not impressed, dog? Not impressed? No? Let's see how we go. These are the biggest bottles we can get in Australia, kind of, out of a chemist. Can't believe you can't just buy this stuff freely anyway. It's crazy. Anyway, there's the mighty skull. It's in a very shallow container so we can get the most out of this liquid. Let's give it a crack. Here we go. That's plenty. Alright, just let it soak in that bath for a while. Have this little reaction, and we'll see how white we can get these jaws to come up. Another test of those electrics. It's been on the charger. Very nice indeed. Now check this out. I just brought them back out from the other room. They are going super white, so I think they're definitely clean enough. And yeah, I'm going to pull them out, give them a rinse. Nice and white, super clear. Didn't want to leave them in there all night, they're only small bones, so this is just my first test skull. We'll see how good I'm doing it. That's it. Just give these guys a pat down, let them dry off, and we'll stick them all together tomorrow. We've got pork belly in the oven. We're doing some racks of ribs for the brother and sister. Dog's relaxing. You happy, mate? Just need to check on these. Oh yeah, looking real good. So probably about after another hour and a half. They've been cooking for an hour and a half. I'm going to wrap them in foil, baste them up and put them in the oven. They'll be plenty smoky. Now it's time for these guys to get wrapped in foil. I'll put a little bit of a special glazing on them. Already drooling on myself. The weapons of choice. We'll start with the thinner sauce. You can mix a bunch of them together if you want, but I find I don't need to. A bit of Worcestershire. A bit of maple. Too crazy. The sauce is just a bit of a accompaniment. And we'll just let them do their thing. It'll just soak away all the juices in the bottom. Oh yeah. Second half of the cook, the pork bellies. These have been in for about, I don't know, a bit over 2 hours. Just going to take this layer of salt off the top of the skin now. I'm going to tip out all this oil. And we'll set them up on the roasting tray, get that crackle nice and crispy. Out of the oil, salt's off the top. That's all the salt. Just leave a little bit left over now, and this will start crunching up deliciously. Into the oven. Here we go. 2 racks of ribs, Greek salad, got the cheese ready to rock, and our pork bellies, baby. Oh, that's the stuff. Anyway, naughty Jade, naughty pleasures. Let's go fishing. We're down on the hacking. And you know what we're doing. We're getting the monster out. Can't waste this vessel. We've got to keep taking it out and out and out. First thing first, get that bung in. Let's make sure all 24 bungs are secure. Oh yes. I'm going to put some water in this bucket already. I'm going to defrost some bigger baits so we got them ready when we go straight out. So we're going to do a little smorgasbord today. So I've got one giant hacking. A giant yellowtail. I'm going to fill it up. And we've got that big stinky pike. Might take some strips off him too, see how he goes outside. Beautiful. Oh yeah. Just quickly, spot lockers on. I'm still in the river. I might head out to see what's going on outside. I'm just going to change over these rigs quickly, just to make it a lot easier when I'm out there and I'm tying up and all that sort of crazy stuff. So I want to have a couple of lures ready to go. I'm going to put my little Nomad Octopus jig on, heavier rod. And yeah, we've got a little vibe that we can still run out there, and a couple of soft plastics for back in the river, and a couple of bait rods. That's it. £80. Maybe. There we go. What a score. Be a little bit swelly out here for me. We might go to the back of Cronulla Beach. Right, freshly wet hat from losing it in the ocean just before. So yeah, it's much nicer around here, a lot more glassy. Let's get the burley out. I can see big balls of bait around here as well, and we'll drop a couple of baits over the side. I did forget the dog biscuits today, but we've still got a bit of smitten on your kitten. Plenty of old bread rolls. Billies. We're going to catch some today. I'm not taking no from here, so. Keep saying it too, but I've really got to make these pre-made burley bricks just so I can drop them. Just got a couple of liveys. I'm going to keep them from when we go back up the river in a little bit. We'll fish out here until the swell keeps picking up or the wind picks up. There we go, baby. Oh, yeah. Hooking themselves all sorts of weird ways, mate. Okay. Oh yeah, very nice. And that might do us for the liveys for a moment. It's getting a little bit, how you going out here? I don't know. Made it back down the river. I was starting to get a bit, how you going out there? And it's beautiful. It's like glass back down here again. I've got a dead bait out on this side, and I've got one out on the back that looks like it's getting played with or something. Coming out. There's a massive flatty on there. Whoop. So they wanted to have a crack but didn't at the same time. She's little strips of yakka. I'm going to get this one in. We're going to put a live yakka on it. We're flicking it out off into the channel side. And that's it. Might have a little bit of breakfast and start flicking lures and doing all sorts of stuff. Oh yeah. Let's put him out. All we need is that meter kingy. We just got to beat Paulie. Could be on. Second failed hook up so far. We're going to fresh livey. I don't want this guy to be panicking, but half dead. That's very lively. We're on. Something's been sneaky. It's not the meter flatty we're after. Pretty disappointing. Disappointing stuff. off to steal my next bait. He's just sitting out on the left, cut bait on the right. See if I get any bait here for a second, then we're going to mix it up again. Move spots. Yeah. Let's go. Nothing happening here. Should be using snails, but I'm not. So here we go. Tiny snappers. Oh. Tiny snappers. Something like that. The day's nearly done already. Just went like that. Whoa, look at that. Wow. Wow, what was that? That took a bit of pike then. Shit, smashed it right out of the holder. Just in case. Absolutely annihilated a bait. Can I bring him up the front? Very light line now. Very light line. That was a very speedy run though. Is that a tailor? Sandbag? We got a sandbag circling. There we go, baby. Sandbags. That's what was chopping up around here just before. Nothing crazy, but we're on the board again. Oh yeah. It's time to get out of here. So if we don't end up having another little flick on the way back, see us on the next one. Probably got some little bit of baking soda, super glue, and tiny tool just to sprinkle on the baking soda onto the super glue when I glue these bones together. And everything's come up real nice and clean. Alright, so like we said the other day, we've ended up with 4 pieces. This was off the pike eel skull, and it definitely came up real nice and clean. Super crazy how they've only got one central jaw that goes down the thing. So we got the 4 pieces here: bottom jaw, side bone, which will come down on an angle this way, and we've got a right hand side one too. Let's see how I'm going to do this. Okay. So if I do hold that down like that, see how the side bone flares out a little bit? Should be able to stick it together. Make sure I'm in the right spot. Yeah, it's looking pretty good. Something like that. Yeah, I'll put a little dab right here. The bone's going to stick to it like that. And I'm going to put a little bit of straight on it. Yeah. Rock hard. Beautiful. This second bone as best as I can. Here we go, one arm pike eel skull. There you go, in the end, 1.25 metre pike eel. I wonder what a 2 metre size eel head would come up like, because they look pretty damn sick.